If you're looking for a mod that's going to drastically up the street appeal of your 2010 to 2013 Camaro, this ZL1 style rear spoiler with the Wickerbill insert in primer black will be a great addition to your build. Now this will be a good option for the Camaro owner who wants to switch up the styling of the factory wing, but is a fan of the factory ZL1 styling, but also digs that aggressive feel that the Wickerbill has to offer. Now this will also be an incredibly easy way to change the styling without any crazy modification, making it great if you want a hassle-free way to up the street appeal on your build. This will feature a ZL1 inspired build, as you can see, which will elevate that appearance of the rear end and match especially well with any other ZL1 inspired accessories like a chin splitter or diffuser for that aggressive touch. Not only will the factory styling transform the look, but the addition of the Wickerbill adds a tough touch, really taking the styling to another level. Now with the nature of a wing as well, this is also going to help when it comes to better aerodynamics, helping with some MPG and adding some stability to the rear end. So not only are you getting the look from this package, but you're also getting some function as well. Now the wing and extension will be durable for what they are, made of a reinforced polypropylene material, and the Wickerbill will be made from a carbon fiber material. Now both will have a primer black finish, which will do well on its own, adding a contrasted look to any color Camaro, but will also be paintable if you do want to color match or add on more of a glossy finish to the black, allowing you to customize this to your personal preference. Now this entire system is going to be bolt on and not require any modifications to your car in order to install it, which is great again if you're looking for a hassle-free non-permanent install, and it's also going to use the factory mounting holes with new hardware and come with everything that you need in the box for a snug fit. Now this kit's gonna come in at about $275, and honestly, with how much other Camaro owners really love this and the quality in the wing itself, I think that that's set at a really good price point. Now compared to others on the page, this will come with the factory-inspired styling and great fitment, while also including that Wickerbill in the package to take that aggressive look a step further. Now others may not offer that or simply offer different style or package options, but I think if you're a fan of the ZL1 styling and you like that aggressive appearance that the Wickerbill gives off, you really can't go wrong with this wing. Again, install isn't going to require any modification, so it's going to get an easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, probably taking you about 2 hours to get the job done with some pretty basic hand tools. Now, speaking of the install, one of our customers has installed this on their Camaro and is going to walk you through step by step how to get this onto yours at home. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
To do this job, we're only going to need a few tools: a flathead screwdriver, a 1/4-inch socket wrench. I like to use a 1/4-inch extension, as well as a 10mm socket, and a 1/4-inch hand drive with an adapter, and a 5/32 Allen wrench bit. Today we're going to be installing this Z71 style primer black rear spoiler with Wickerbill insert on my 2012 2SS Chevy Camaro. First step of this process is to open a trunk lid. You can do that with your key fob or push the button. And we're going to come back and open the trunk. And you'll see there are these covers that hold the existing OEM spoiler. We're going to remove those caps and get access to the nuts below. Okay, so I'm just going to be removing these carefully to not scratch my paint. On the other side as well. There we go. And I also need to remove these body clips. If you have a body panel tool, you can use that. I don't, so I'll have to use this flathead screwdriver to remove all of these to get access behind this to the other bolt, the other nuts. So you gotta work these out, and they're kind of difficult to get out. Maybe if you had a body tool, it would be easier. I do not, so I'm stuck with the old screwdriver method. Okay, so these are extremely hard to get out with just a screwdriver. I found that if you remove these little shock absorbers for the trunk, You can actually pull this down, and if you look inside here, you can see you get access to the nut. So we need to remove one there and one over here. We're going to take those off next and remove the spoiler. Okay, so getting these two and the other two on the other side off are easy. To get access to this, it's so much further in that my little short extension wouldn't work, so I added it to the handle, the 1/4-inch driver handle, which then allows me to get that right in there and onto that nut. I'm going to be careful not to drop those nuts down inside of the hood, because the trunk lid, because that may be a little bit more difficult to get back access to it. You may end up having to take this entire panel out. As I said, they're kind of difficult to get these clips out. Okay, so we found, as we were working on this, that there is a cable right here that goes up and connects to the spoiler. I'm not really sure what its purpose is, but it does go into the spoiler, which means I am going to have to take off this panel down here to be able to get access to be able to disconnect it, I guess. Again, I'm not sure why there's even a cable goes there, because my third light is down on the body, unless it goes to my radio, I suppose. We'll find out. We're pulling back that liner after you get out the left side. You see access to the wire that goes up into the spoiler, and there are two connectors there. We're going to disconnect those, and we're going to need to find out what their purpose is, why they're connected to the spoiler. Okay, so to get this piece off here, I put a screwdriver down, flathead screwdriver down right into this spot right there, and give it a little bit of a pry. I was able to, with my other hand, pull this out. And this one here, it's push this down. This tab right here, push that down, and then this would slide out. Okay, taking off the spoiler, we found there's two wires do lead into an antenna. There is a small sticker on here that says it's an antenna-related antenna spoiler on it. So I'm going to take off this plate right here using a T15 Torx head bit to be able to back those plastic screws out and get access to that antenna so we can reroute it and find it a new home. So we got the old one off and we figured out how to get the antenna. We built an EMF antenna out. We're going to clean this all up and get it nice and clean to prepare to put the new spoiler on. We got the dirt and the adhesive from the adhesive tape off. However, you can see where the original spoiler actually scratched the paint, and the tape lifted the paint off on both sides. So I'm going to touch that up, give it a chance to dry before mounting the new one. Our next step will be to take this one-sided tape that comes with the kit and put it along this edge all the way around the edge, and it'll give it some cushioning against the paint, so hopefully it won't scratch the paint like the original spoiler did. And now we've got the weather stripping or protecting rubberized type material, single-sided tape, taped all the way around. Came up a little bit short, not sure why, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so now we're going to position this onto the car and open the trunk lid and install the screws into through the holes and into the existing nuts that are kept nuts inside. And now that we've positioned them all in there gently, now we can go down and tighten them all down so that they are properly fitted and check for fit, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, then we can reinstall these covers over the holes. And I believe we're going to reroute the wire for the antenna that goes up here in the original spoiler and find it a new place in here. That's yet to be determined where. So now we're going to install the Wickerbill, which just gets installed by putting these screws through these slots and into these captured nuts on the back side of the spoiler. It's like there are two different options. We'll have to see which ones are the best fit. Okay, so to put this on, I found the easiest way is to install the first bolt in the center point, then go over and install this the middle bolt over, then this one, then the outside, and then the last two in the middle. And that allowed me to bend it around and easily fit it in position. So to reroute the antenna, we disconnected all that, opened up this wire harness protection, took the two wires that go for the antenna that was in the spoiler, ran them down behind this inside cover and down through an existing hole, so we didn't have to make any new holes. Came out underneath the bumper, came up here, and was able to zip tie engineer it onto this plastic support right here and bend it to shape so it should not interfere with the lights. And hopefully all goes well. Although in just a few minutes we put it back on. Okay, so the last step would be to get this put back on here. This puts back on here, and that'll wrap up the job.
So that's gonna wrap it up for my review and the install of this ZL1 style rear spoiler with the Wickerbill insert in primer black, fitting all 2010 to 2013 Chevy Camaros. And remember, for all things Camaro, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.